Okay, had a little technical issue there. Sorry for that. We live out in the countryside, so our internet connection's a little bit on the weak side. All right, so we were moving down the body, and here is the next one, your elbow. And I guess technically, from a medical standpoint, they call that the humerus, and similarly, we slang that up and call it a funny bone. Okay, so how about the ears? Do we have I don't know if anybody, maybe somebody out there knows if we have a slang phrase for ears. I couldn't find one, but one that we use is more of a description is when you have a earful. You get an earful from somebody. Somebody is talking too much. Typically, they're kind of chewing you out, like a boss disciplining his employee or a mother disciplining her son. You'd be giving him an earful. Hello, Bharat. Nice to see you. Hope everything is well in Nepalganj. Hope you're doing great. Nepalganj is a little town on the border of Nepal and India in central Nepal. So let's keep moving down the biological chart. We're going south down to our feet. Hello, Annie Lama from India. Nice to see you. Great to see you, Annie. Speaking of, this is if you are from America, you will see the name Lama, and we typically associate that with the Dalai Lama, and who's the Buddhist leader. But there's lots of lamas in the world, and that doesn't have anything to do with their religious position as a lama. It's their last name is Lama. So we call our feet dogs sometimes, and we'd use that in a sentence like, my feet are, these dogs are barking. And we're not talking about a literal dog, we're talking about our feet. Like if we had been hiking around Kathmandu or in Uganda and our feet were very tired, we'd say, I have very tired dogs. All right, and so what's attached to your dogs? Hello, Bipin and Bishal is our toes, and this is kind of a cute name. We'll call our toes our tootsies. So we use that in kind of a silly way. We'll say I put my tootsies in the water to see what the temperature of the water was, and so there's a few. I'll go back over these, and we'll kind of go from bottom to top. So toes are commonly referred to as tootsies, slang. Feet are dogs. The stomach, we'll say beer belly, pot belly, spare tire. I've been eating way too much, so I'm not pointing fingers. I'm getting the big pot belly, and that's got to stop here pretty quick. We called our stomach. We'd have abs, and some of those muscular guys out there, they call it having a six-pack, or we call it their gut inside, especially if you have a gut ache. We talked about the elbow being the funny bone. Let's see, who is that? Oh, Andy Rayner from Idaho. Nice to see you, man. Hope things are doing well. Andy is what's called a taxidermist, and he has started from nothing and has become incredibly well accomplished. So a taxidermist is one that takes an animal, and pardon me, Andy, for destroying this definition, but takes a animal who is dead and then stuffs that animal, and he does just beautiful, amazing work, and he's just been doing this a few years, but he's really accomplished. Hello, Marlon Lumbini. Nice to see you. So let's keep going back up. We said that arms, especially on guys, we'll call those guns, pipes. Sometimes they'll call those pipes. That's the muscle on the arm. These are like young guys, they're 25 years old that like going lifting weights, things like that. So they got some cool big old pipes. All right, so hello, Terry. Nice to see you up in Canada. The heart, we called that the ticker. And, okay, let's see. Annie's heading to Calcutta, so have a safe trip. G1, nice to see you. So we called the heart the ticker. That's a slang. Speaking, I mentioned Terry up in Canada, and I'm sure Canada, they have their own, they probably share slang phrases like America does, but also they have their distinctively unique slang phrases, just like people in Nepal and people in other countries. So, Didier, how are you? Nice to see you, man. And so we're talking about the mouth. And again, I'm so sorry that I'm going to have to figure out how to print this so it's not backwards to you. See, when I hold that up, it's backwards, so that's not cool. So the mouth, sometimes we call it the pie hole. Cotton mouth is when it's real dry. When we pour something down our throat, like water or whatever it is, it's down the hatch. Actually, I think that's usually used in terms of alcohol. Like if you're taking a shot of something, here's down the hatch. Okay, that's how we would use it. Talked about the nose. And a nose, and most of these are big nose. Big noses, kind of like mine. So a schnoz, a honker, a beak, a snout. And we talked about eyes being peepers. These are all little slang phrases. You're probably never ever going to use them, but you might hear them sometime. You say, I've heard that word peepers. I know what it's talking about. We talked about a face being a mug, like a mug shot. And then we talked about like people that are really smart and intelligent. Hello, Ashish, nice to see you. A brainiac, an Einstein, an egghead, those are all people that are really, really smart. And lastly, some slang phrases for head, a noodle, a dome, a noggin, hello, Sanu, and a melon. So that's about it from head to toe and back up again. And hope maybe you got something out of this today. Hope everybody's okay. It's let's see, I am talking to you about 9 p.m. Pacific time, Saturday night in the United States. Hope life's going okay with you. It has its challenges, doesn't it? And thank you for. It's good to see you in this live format, and I'm just thankful for this technology because it connects us together in a really cool way, and I appreciate that. Hello, Sarita. So nice to see you. Sarita has moved from Nepal to one of the states in the United States. I don't think I probably should say at this point. And let's see, so that's about it. Thanks for joining. Maybe we'll get together again. Let's see, this is Saturday. How about Wednesday? And if somebody has something they have heard, feel free to send me a message on Facebook if you ever heard a slang phrase and you don't know what they're talking about. I think I told you about a friend of mine. Her name's Archana Dahal. And Archana, she said, Jim, I walked into this room and there was this funky smell and I could hardly stand it. And I thought, now that seems really funny that you would learn that word. I didn't say that to her. And I said, Archana, where did you learn the word funky smell? She said, well, I heard some Americans say it, so I looked it up on Google and found out what it meant. And so now I know how to use that word. So anyway, that's, if you do have any questions, send me a note and I'll try and get an answer for you. Let's see. Guess we're going to say adios. That's not American slang. That is Spanish proper language. But I will say, may God solve all your problems and answer all your prayers. In the meantime, you take care, and we'll see you next time. Take care. God bless you.